Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. The party is mostly gathered around the temple, watching and waiting for Shag to come out, with Arlen at checking out the sketchy side of the town, picking up information here and there. And Shag, you're inside the temple. People are waiting for you to come out. What are you doing inside?
So, like I said, two things. One, I'm actually broing it up with the Jexel statue. Just this is what I assume is how you're supposed to do church. That this is how you do church. And then the other is do the other patrons after I scared the other lady? Do they shy away from me, or can I actually still hear stuff? Because I'm not going for the actual interactions with people. I'm going more for the what can I pick up on.
Right, so you're standing near the temple of the statue of Jexel, and you're talking to the statue, yeah?
Yeah, and I've thrown a gold coin in there.
You toss a gold coin, you're chatting with it. Other people around are doing their own prayers. Some people, like you, are standing in front of a statue, speaking to it directly. Others are sitting in pews, sort of doing more general prayers. Someone's going around putting a copper piece in front of each god. There's a lot of shit happening here. Yeah, and you're trying to overhear someone's conversation somewhere. So give me an eavesdrop check.
Yeah, there we go. All right, my eavesdrop is pretty shit. Whatever. Oh, yeah.
It's quite good, actually. Yeah, you overhear quite a few details. Most of them are people's personal prayers to their gods, and ultimately not that interesting. Little Jimmy's in the spelling bee, and I want him to do really well. So I pray to you, goddess, for a good night's sleep for little Jimmy. So in the spelling bee, he'll do great. And, then there's a guy over there being like, oh, we haven't caught anything in a while, and I'm worried if we don't catch enough deer, then my children will starve. Please, Agepa, give us, good luck and fortune on our hunt tomorrow morning. All that sort of stuff goes on. You do hear a few juicy bits where someone's praying to the Temple of Reluna that her boss will leave his wife so that the two of them can be together for all time. Fun, juicy tidbits like that. But no one talks about a priest named Patrick or Patty or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's at least entertaining.
Super entertaining.
It's freaking humans. Why don't you just go get with them? Humans are weird.
So you're in the temple for 15, 20 minutes. No sign of Patrick, Patty, or anything like that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll stay for a while.
Okay. So
I guess one of two things happens. I either get information or I get kicked out.
Sure. So Tara's still on the rooftop, invisible.
Yeah, I'm watching for someone wearing priestly robes or anything.
And Average Joe is also watching from across the street or something.
Eating a pie, yep.
Eating pie, right. And Calamitous is eating something else and also standing nearby watching.
Yeah, he's probably like I am right now, probably some dried meat just chewing on it. Which probably disturbs some people coming by to see the giant mantis person just
Eating a dead rat you picked up in an alley.
No, it's dried meat from the rations. Are you insane? Even Green know about health safety. You do not just eat a rat you picked up in the gutter.
Bug probably does.
You don't?
No. That's how you catch human diseases.
Yeah,
those human diseases. Yeah. Okay. And Arlen, you are. What are you doing now?
I'd probably come back by now to find these guys. I just tell them that Patrick apparently often hangs out in this bar on the other side of town a bit. If you want to stake him out, whatever, that's a place he hangs out frequently.
Okay. So everyone's waiting for Shag. The information has been exchanged. Eventually, a priest comes up to Shag and says, "My dear child."
Yeah, what up?
Is there something I can help you with? You've been here quite a long time.
Yeah, isn't this how you do church?
Yes, it is how you do church, of course.
Okay. Then what's the problem?
There's no problem. I just thought you might need a hand with something, or maybe a friendly ear to bend.
Yeah, no, Jexel's actually a pretty good conversationalist. I just keep talking at him. He's just like, yep, everything's great. No, I have been looking for someone. Someone named Patrick. Do you know him?
Oh, yes. Brother Patrick. I know him well. Are you a friend of his?
No, someone that I worked for like a couple months ago said that if I was ever through this way, like Patrick he's a good guy and could hook you up with the good godly shit.
The good godly shit?
I don't know, bro. As you can tell, I don't church very often.
Right. Well, I shall leave you to your prayers, and if Patrick comes by, I'll let him know. But I think today he's off. If you're looking for him specifically, you can probably find him down on the docks somewhere.
Down on the docks? Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
Of course. May the gods be with you. He makes a sign in the air and heads off.
Cool.
Yeah, and with that, I'm like pretty satisfied. I like toss another silver into Jack. So I was like, my man.
All right.
And
then I saunter on out.
You saunter on out. Everyone sees you saunter on out.
Shag probably sees Joe.
If there's still like the lady that's like all fucking got her knickers in a twist, I definitely get a lot more smug.
Or the lady that has no knickers.
Or the lady that has no knickers.
Well, you don't see her.
No.
She's invisible.
Yeah, I don't see her. So yeah, that's not a problem. But no, if she's not out there, I just walk out and find the nearest alcohol place.
I follow.
The nearest alcohol place is a liquor store right next door. It's not a bar. They just sell liquor to go.
Liquor to go. Then I find the nearest bar.
It's called...
Since I figured the other goons in the party are just like, yep, bar. That's where we go.
Okay. I suggest the bar that I went to prior has a good place to check out.
Also, as he comes out, as we are walking, Calamitous asking, "Our target, is it there?"
No, he's not. I got the good tips to go check the docks.
Are we going to the docks now? You hear disembodied nearby?
Jesus fucking Christ, where'd that go?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say take that off, Tara, but apparently you humans have this thing about wearing clothes or whatever.
It's not a huge deal to me, but it might make a ruckus.
Human skin, soft.
Sure.
Yeah, let's just stop that.
They need weird protection, metal, skin of other.
I like knock on some of the chitons, like, yeah, I still think metal might be better than this, though.
He kind of turns to you.
Perhaps.
Depends.
I don't know, a good chunk of bronze.
Actually, yeah. Actually,
I mean, sure, it'd be heavy, but pretty sure you'd get through your chitin there with a sword a lot sooner than you get through like that much bronze.
Actually, probably when you like pound against the chitin, they feel fucking sturdy.
Oh, I'm sure, but it doesn't have the clang that I'm expecting.
No, it doesn't.
That's
Right.
how you determine how good it is if there's more
Probably.
clang.
It's probably kind of a strange hollow sound
No.
against
Chitin.
the carapace of a,
No, the chitin plates underneath. There's no hollow sound. Why would they?
because it would echo through your carapace.
No, the carapace. It's why? It's not empty.
Yeah.
Space.
No. An empty. The carapace is not empty and has no wasted space in it. Especially in terms of protection, you do not have free space in between your protection
But if
and
you
your body.
fill a glass with water and you tap on the glass, it's still going to make a fairly echoey sound. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't have any glasses.
You fill
with
the
me.
glass entirely.
Yeah, because that's what you are. You're a hard
But it depends on
surface
the
with
material. No, because
solid
it depends on the
liquid
material
insides.
which you're. If you tap your finger against it, it will not make that sound. If you tap metal against it, yes.
So you're saying that we need to tap metal against you to make you make a sound?
The tip of my spear's metal.
Chitin is not glass.
That's
though.
fine. Oh, look, you're armored or whatever. Yeah. So you guys head to the Tranquil Sea, or do you head down to the docks, or
What's
do you
the
head to a
quest?
different tavern?
I don't know where Connar is right now, but
Connor.
I'm proving a point. You wanted a glass full of water.
doesn't make a clang sound. As I said,
A little echoey. It's a little echoey.
A little echoey.
well,
That's what it
there's no room. That's just the microphone and the room. Anyway, why are we not going to docks?
I don't know. Why don't we? Let's go to the docks. I just assumed all of you guys were at alcohol.
So you guys head down to the docks.
Yep.
There's one long pier that reaches out into the water on which all these fishing boats are placed. There's a couple of other piers with larger craft on them. The one that you're on presently also has a tavern down at the very end of the dock called Moby Dick's. And yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
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 Alright. All right. Be on the lookout for a priestly looking guy.
Sure.
The place where humans gather. And he points towards the tavern.
Yeah, we could do that. Try there.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's
you guys
good.
head into Moby Dick's at the end of the tavern. And in here are all sorts of fishermen. Many of them have harpoons that they're leaning on. Maybe it's just the fashion. Maybe they actually use them for whatever.
It's probably just the fashion.
It's probably just the fashion, yeah. And sure enough, there you will see, Arlen, you spot a guy sitting across from a small table with a woman, like clearly frustrated, and she's talking at him, and he keeps like trying to say something but then holding himself back, and he's wearing like semi-priestly garb, and you're pretty sure based on the information you've gathered before that this might be your man. He's definitely seeming very frustrated with the woman he's sitting with, and
Probably
he's
with-
go for it.
I was gonna say, it sounds like his wife over there, because he said he was frustrated before when I was talking with some other person.
Yeah.
So it's
All right, cool. So I'll go grab a drink and then try and get as close to them as I can, like
Now-
to hear them. But like, just pick a table that's close to them so I could hear them. That's what I'm trying to say.
now, Neal, what happens when I pick up a spoon or something?
While you're invisible,
Mm-hmm.
there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, I pick up a spoon like off a table. I just kind of like slide over.
The
And...
spoon hovers in the air, maintaining its visibility.
What's the general reaction as
Let's
we
set it back down.
The general reaction as you walk into the tavern, people pick up their harpoons and look at you and exchange glances, and someone says, "Is that food?" And someone else says, "I don't think so." Another person says, "Maybe we should try."
I am not food.
Well, not with that attitude, you're not.
Like Shag gets a confused look from Calamitous.
Are you saying that you're food?
Yeah, it's like
I'm just,
towards the
sitting there.
person that said that, there's like just a twitch from Calamitous mandibles, and his head kind of tilts to the side, like, are you saying, yeah, it's Shag said, are you saying you are food then? Like,
Find a,
I'm just waiting for him to say no.
can I find a restroom or outhouse or something?
Yeah, there is an outhouse out back of Moby Dick's. It's just a private room with a hole cut in the dock.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
I just
don't
go in
swimming.
there, and I get into my normal street clothing.
Perfect. Okay.
I guess I'll put my armor on. Sure, why not?
Okay.
No, actually, no, I won't. No armor.
No? Yes? No?
No armor.
No. Okay.
Mhm.
You come back out. No one really
I mean-
notices that someone came out without anyone going in. They're all busy doing their own things.
Yeah, I figured, and I'll just kind of just like regroup with everyone.
Sure. So the party's regrouped at a nearby table, listening to these two people. Well, really, listening to this woman talk and this man keep rolling her eyes. And she's sort of just talking about her day, not in a not in a way that would be frustrating to anyone. She's,
To this guy, it is.
yeah, to this guy it is, because he's got a bad relationship with her. But to you guys, she's just like, Linda and I were, stitching up the new quilt for Lord So-and-so, and it was a pretty normal day until she broke her needle, and she stabbed herself, and the needle went all the way through her finger, and it snapped off on the other end. We had to pull it out and go find a medic, and she's talking about this thing, and you can see him whenever she is looking away or making some sort of gesture, you can just see him tugging at his collar and sighing heavily, and he's frustrated, and she's trying to just communicate with him, and he's not having it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was look to Shag. I'm so, any plans?
Let's get some dock music going.
We could swindle him out of his money. Oh wait, no, that'd kind of fuck up the employer. Damn it. I was gonna say we could offer services to get rid of his wife and then get rid of him instead, but that
Yeah,
that's
we need to
too
leave.
complicated.
You
I
paid
think we're-
me to kill somebody. I just didn't tell you which which person.
Yeah.
Calamitous looks at
It-
Tara.
You could try luring him away. Talk about gods.
Yeah, we could do that. You could do that, and I point at Tara.
I am a cleric,
You are a cleric. But I don't think that's... Ooh,
but
that might be insensitive.
not to mention his wife is right there.
That's what I'm figuring.
Lure him away from her with us speaking private.
Hmm.
I'm going to.
Work.
Yeah, but okay. First,
What's the plan though? If you do that,
we need to figure out where he keeps the thing.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wait,
That's
just
the most
gonna-
important. We need to
Tara?
figure out where he keeps it.
Can I change a spell out? How long does that take?
10 minutes per spell level.
Okay, 20 minutes then.
Yep.
Or we could follow him to his place. I could break in tonight, rummage through stuff, and then tell if it's there.
Hmm.
yeah, I kind of like that idea better. I'm worried that if we just go and talk to him or something, then we just tip him off.
Hey, well, we don't know where he lives, but I was gonna say no one's probably home right now.
Yeah, no one's probably home right now.
You could
Right,
ask him
so-
where he lives, and I could read his mind.
Hold on. I lean into Tara, say, why don't you go back invisible and then just tail him home tonight?
I could do that.
Find out where he lives, then when they're both out, go and see if you can find the boss.
Give me
Is
20
it-
minutes, and I can read his mind.
Yeah, I like that idea. Read his mind, and then figure out when he's leaving, and then I can
Mhm.
just sneak in.
Also, I believe the box wasn't at his home. I think it was at his temple. Was it?
That's what I think that's what we were.
It's either at temple or at his house.
Okay, one of the two. Oh, perfect.
I've got a lucky feeling that it's at his house.
Yeah, and we also don't know what temple he's from. at all.
Well, it's
The generalist one.
we figured it out.
Okay. Oh, it was. Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Hmm. So, I guess we're waiting 20 minutes, just kind of sitting around drinking, right?
Yeah. Eventually, date night wraps up, and she, clearly seeing that her husband's not having a great time with her and has been ignoring her, not really responding to what she's been saying, kind of gets up, a little frustrated, and says quietly, but not too quietly, Patty, if we can't even have a civilized meal together, what are we doing together? And kind of walks out of the tavern. Patty sits there, he gives a big heavy sigh and hits his hand on the table and gets up and storms out after her saying, "Look, sweetie, it's just that, I deal with all this stuff all the day," and you kind of lose the trail as he heads down the walkway of the pier.
What's question? What's the state of the streets? Is it cobblestone or dirt ways?
Dirt streets, except for the walkway on the pier, which is of course wood.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
I can follow them to track them.
Okay. I guess
I could also.
Shag and I, at the very least, can do that pretty easily.
And see if you can see why he married her. Let's get that box.
So, with mind reading, the best thing to do is have someone talking to him and pressing their questions so that he thinks about it.
Oh well, I mean that would have been the perfect time. Why are they together?
Do you want me to?
Is this a rom-com now?
All right.
We should follow now.
Okay.
Yeah. Pay for this stuff and get out.
Yeah, I'll throw a couple of coins down.
Yep.
All right, you pay your stuff, head on out. Jason, Tara follows him follows the two of them through the streets back to their little ramshackle house on the edge of the water. Overlooking some big nasty rocks covered with mussels that you'd never want to fall down.
Mm-hmm.
And they head on inside where the arguing escalates. She's accusing him of never being around and not engaging, and he accuses her of being boring and uninteresting and not understanding him, and they just fight for an hour or two before they go to bed separately or something.
Love.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems to be a very unhappy marriage.
Humans stay together but do not want to stay together.
I know.
Weird.
I can agree on that. All right. I guess.
Why can't we all just be like praying mantises and just eat our spouses?
Mhm.
I am not a mantis. We do not eat our own.
Sure you don't, buddy. Sure you don't.
I guess. I guess I'll just kind of look to Shag.
Shag can't see you looking to him.
Oh, I'm not. Well.
I thought
Yeah,
you were.
I'm not invisible.
You didn't go. Okay, you didn't go back invisible. Okay.
No.
So I guess you all hear this then, since you all stalked them back home.
I don't know who did, but I know I did.
Yeah.
We probably followed.
I was more sneaky about it.
And
Mhm.
once you
Maybe.
knew where they are, you could come back or follow back the direction and lead us properly.
So, yeah, I'll look around to see if I might not even be able to see Shag, but if he sees me looking around, maybe he'll.
What's up?
Yeah.
Time to go in? I think it's time to go in.
Yeah. There's. I think.
We should wait like an hour for them to actually get asleep.
That's probably a good idea. Okay. I guess we wait around. And. I'm like, so we just gonna go look around then?
Yeah. Look around. Yeah.
Look around the house. Look around the temple. Look around.
Yeah.
What?
Look around the house.
Okay.
Sure. The house has one door in and out, and a set of that is on the non-ocean side, and then a set of windows on the ocean side, and a small window on the non-ocean side. The
Okay,
left and right of the house are.
The oceanside windows, do those look like they open at all? I would expect they do.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you got to get that fresh sea air in.
While we were waiting to or while we're waiting that hour to let them get nice and sleepy or whatever, can I go just get a bunch of extra clothing? Just pay.
Yeah, it's already evening. I bet all the shops are closed now, but you can get it in the morning.
Okay.
probably, unless you want to go like banging on a tailor's door, being like, "I need clothes. It's the middle of the night, but I need clothes." In which case, I'm sure they would be willing to provide you.
Anyway, so
It's fine.
Joe,
It's fine.
give me one of your oil bottles.
Joe.
Right. Joe, I need an oil bottle.
That's on the cart. We didn't take the cart.
God damn it.
Let me see if I have any.
Okay,
Does
so
anybody have? If you have any oil, I can like lube up the fucking window so it doesn't squeak at all.
Oh, I can cast silence.
Yeah, or you can just cast silence.
wait, so is the plan from a high level to sneak into the house while they're there? I guess.
I'm gonna sneak into the house, do some.
Okay. Do you want it on you or just the window? It'll follow you. It's a 15-foot radius.
On me.
Okay. It lasts 6 minutes, so here you go.
Hi.
And I just silence 15-foot radius on Shag.
All right, Shag, you are
And
silenced.
You also
And
can't. You also can't hear anything.
I'm gonna take that risk. I'm going to open the window and then crawl in.
Okay. You crawl into the window, silent as a clam?
Kobold. So that's how it's kobold.
Sure.
It's very sneaky kobold.
Very
All right.
sneaky kobold.
Immediately I'm gonna start looking. And just start like quick look around the living space because I don't expect it to be like in the main living room, but I'm looking for that black box with the red banding. Take a quick look around, not in the front room.
Yep,
Or
not in the front room. No
Okay.
box by that description within sight. It's a
Okay.
little dark in here, but you're a kobold. I think you've got infravision, right?
Yeah, I got infravision. Is this a 2-story hut or a 1-story hut?
It is a 1-story hut, 1-room hut as well.
1-room hut. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
1-room hut.
So I know where the entrance is then. Do I see any light coming from under the bedroom door?
Nope. It's dark.
Well, I'm gonna open the door and pray that they're asleep.
Well, it opens without a noise.
Perfect.
You see that there's one bed here. Both figures are in the bed, back to back, on as far away from each other as possible. And that's that.
And now the real
Perfect.
important thing, Neal. Which one has the blankets?
There are 2 separate blankets.
Oh, it's that bad.
It's that
All right.
bad.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna check under the bed because it says like that or
Classic
something.
hiding place, yeah?
Yeah, classic hiding place. Check under
Yeah.
there.
There is indeed a box, but does not match the description.
It's free box.
Free box.
I'll take a quick peek at what's inside.
You slide it across the floor. Doesn't make a noise because there's a 15-foot silence spell on you. And you open the box, and inside is clothes. Priestly clothes, regular clothes, all sorts of clothes.
I shut it
We
and put
can
it
use
back.
this.
You should have put it back.
I was hoping that it would be a box in a box, but it wasn't.
No, it's clothes that Jason desperately needs, and you're not providing for him.
Nope.
Her.
Nope, I'm not. I'm trying to go fast. I'm gonna walk around the room searching for like any sort of like cords that might feel a little loose or something.
Yeah, give me a perception
Perception
check while you search the house for loose floorboards or something.
30.
You do indeed find some loose floorboards and manage to pry them up, but they're just regular loose floorboards with nothing hidden under them. It's just a shoddily constructed house.
All right. I've checked just about everywhere in this place.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The
Any
only
obvious
place you
place?
haven't checked would be actually inside the bed itself.
I'm pretty sure there'd be complaints about that. I'd probably like clamber up the bed and like not onto the bed, but like the baseboard or something. Like, see if there's like a box there that I'm just too short to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
There
not the
isn't?
case. Nope.
That's not the case. All right.
Nope.
And I'm like, shit. Oh, that's wrong. But I don't hear myself say that. And then I get out of the house.
All right. You bounce out of the house.
And,
You catch
like-
up with the rest of the party.
And it's all
like,
silent.
yeah, for like a couple minutes, we probably can't hear anything.
Probably for a couple seconds, I just shake my head.
You shake your head, okay, and I'm like, I just kind of nod in understanding, and I'm like, I point in the direction of the temple, like, okay. We start heading toward the temple, and it's for like a minute or so. Anyone who gets nearby can't hear or anything.
All right.
I guess what's the next plan then, guys? Would we sneak into the temple? I was gonna suggest like somebody could take the priest clothes and then disguise self or something, and then sneak it, like disguise as the guy or something. Maybe.
I don't know if I have anything.
I don't know.
Do you have a disguise spell?
I don't have it, but I mean maybe cleric does.
That
You could
I
pair
think
it.
the only. Well, this is a pretty small town. I think they'd know any clerics walking around, especially at night.
Well, you cast
But-
a spell to be the guy, to like disguise them as that guy. Or just I have a disguise skill, but I don't have this. The spell would probably be better.
Unfortunately, the only disguise spell that I would have access to is beyond my power.
Got it. Okay.
the building
Well beyond.
has a side entrance. Can go through there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll check out the.
Why did we could have taken him and asked him where it was?
Because then that'll tip them off to like what we're actually doing.
Mm-hmm. If we have to, we'll talk to him. But for now, I think we should go quiet.
Okay.
Very quiet. So we head over to the temple.
Quiet as a church
Yep.
mouse.
You guys head over to the temple. Like all good and proper temples, it is open at night to allow people to come on in. But there's no one really around. They just trust that if you're coming into a temple, you're being a good person. Because it's a place of sanctuary. And no one would come in and do something wrong or steal anything in the middle of the night from a temple. Because that would
Especially
be
not,
immoral.
especially not in like the first or second episode of a campaign and totally make everything like derail it and make everything change.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous. Who would
That'd
steal
be
from a
ridiculous.
temple?
Mm-hmm.
Sean. Nick.
Apparently, I'm willing
Greg.
to too. So.
What did I do?
Not you.
Other Nick. Yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
In any case, yeah, I guess we'll just head on. I mean, I'll just head on in and like go up to the Jexel.
Yeah. And I'll flip another gold in there and be like, all right, Jaxel.
Me too.
All right, you guys give some money to Jexel. The whole party is together in the temple, right? All of you, even the Threekin.
I don't know. I go in.
Neal, I give a gold to the god of like farming.
Mhm.
I know there
Yeah.
is one.
Taryn?
John.
No, it's no longer John. It used to be John, but we changed it.
Aw.
That
I
was
understand.
that was a
It's
joke that
John.
was so old that I couldn't keep it going anymore. I was the only one who got it, and it wasn't worth it anymore. Taryn is the
Okay.
god of
And-
farming.
For your question, Neil, yes, the Calamitas also follows them.
Excellent. All right. So you're all in this place. Where is our temple music?
So
What are
we-
you doing?
Okay.
AK battle music. Quick, take up the sword.
Draws the sword. Hey, it would have an amazing acoustic.
I do like the idea that when we go into battle, we have actual battle music now.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's awesome.
Perfect.
Anyways,
Yeah. I'll.
kind of look Shag and just kind of
Right.
shrug.
I'll shrug and just like go over one of the doors.
I like wiggle my fingers so as if to cast a spell again if he wants.
Yeah, I'll stop her spell.
I'll do the same ones before. I had two of
Fuck
those.
yeah.
right? Yep.
Sweet. That means I can run. I'm.
Okay. So you're all here. You're all in the temple. You cast silence on the kobold.
Yep.
Alrighty, the kobold is silent.
Perfect.
Nothing more terrifying than a silent kobold. They could be
6
anywhere.
With like
You'd never
a
know.
shit ton of daggers.
Wait a
A
minute.
silent Thrycreen would also probably be pretty terrifying.
That
But
was
the Thrykeen's terrifying on its own. Like, silenced or unsilenced, you're an abomination and a horror.
No, I've
I
got
mean-
a question. Why aren't we just silencing the person that can go invisible to scout things out?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
because I'm just a kobold.
Good
They're a
idea.
recognizable person.
She would be a naked.
She wouldn't be able to be seen or heard.
Well, you could give the cloak to the other person with the silence on it.
That makes too much sense. You got to let the rogue break.
Also, we do not
Exactly.
want to know if the cloak would remove all the hair from the kobold.
I don't want to.
We do not want to know that.
We don't want to find out.
I don't want to have to wear pants. All right.
A fully naked kobold could be done.
Not trying to figure it out. Anyway, so yeah.
Just tempted now.
And for now, I'll just stay and kind of like pray to Jexel at the shrine.
All right, you guys are all just chilling and praying to gods in the temple.
And the kobold
Kalama's not praying to any gods, so he just stands there, probably kind of looking around, kind of weirded out by the architecture of this human place.
For those of you that don't know what these temples look like, do I still have that document lying around?
I'm just assuming it's like some cathedral from Europe.
It's a circle.
It's
It's
a
like-
circle
Actually,
cathedral.
no.
Yeah. Is it like the circular one that has the shrines at each different point or whatever?
Yeah.
Would this town's aesthetic really have the normal temple, or would it have like just a grand cathedral?
No, it's got a regular temple. What's wrong with this town, man?
You know what? They're just going for the creepy, depressed look. So
Well, that's just because they live in a shitty place, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, you got to
There's-
embrace it.
Right, I'm looking for Arcadia temple layout. It's a generalist holy symbol. Frick are our temples. Temple layouts. Eridonian temples. Okay. I know this is not in Eridon, but we're going to use the Eridonian temple layout.
Okay.
I think it's probably actually an Arcadian temple layout, but whatever. So here it is. I will show it to all the players and bring it up on the map for everyone to see. If you click on it, you can expand it and make it bigger. So it's this big circular chamber, and the gods are positioned on the outsides with the major gods taking up the corners. So like Martha's in the upper left, Aster's in the upper right, Malchus is in the lower left, Verosi's in the lower right, and then the various gods in between them. So the summer gods are on the top between Martha and Aster. The autumn gods are on the right between Aster and Verosi. The spring gods are between Martha and Malchus on the left. And in the very middle are the like upper and lower gods, as well as Nadinus, Felumbra, and Tempos.
Nice.
Why
Yeah.
did you let an island that is prone to tipping if you have too many soldiers on it be a god?
What?
Guam.
Guam is prone to tipping?
It was some senator from like way back in 2010 that was concerned about Guam tipping over if we put too many troops on it.
What?
Yeah.
Guam tipping over?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, they
Now everybody has to Google that.
Everyone has to Google this.
So I guess just looking at this this temple layout, if I had to guess, I would say it's probably in just the regular cleric storage access, because like this guy's not the head cleric, so it's probably
yeah.
not in the head cleric storage.
Mm-hmm. But he's got 6. He got 6 minutes of silence.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go check in the storage area for all clerical access.
Okay, the Guam tipping over thing was an April Fool's joke.
I know it's
So-
pretty funny, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. I just wanted to make sure it was a joke and not a senator actually thinking it was going to tip
Oh.
over.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, senators have said some crazy things in the last 10 years.
Yeah. Anyway. I think politicians have been saying
From his Wikipedia. Dumb person.
Facetious. Of course, he later said he was using a facetious metaphor.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Anyway,
Anyway,
shag.
yeah. So I go into the access and I like open the door as little as possible. Like, whoosh, swoop in there, make sure the door is shut behind me, and then like start snooping around.
I was gonna say, can we also just keep a track on any priests that are kind of walking around?
Yeah, you don't notice any priests actively about, but if you were to be outside of a silent zone, you might be able to hear them through a doorway in one of their quarters.
They probably quickly are outside of the silent zone. As I slip in, and what do I see in this room?
Yeah, it's only 15 feet from us.
The head clerics, the storage for all clerics, it's locked. They're not just gonna leave it unlocked. They don't trust people that much. They're not insane.
Shit.
Yeah, shit indeed.
Can anyone pick the lock?
Cloak. Yes, I
there,
can
like-
pick the lock.
Anyone have lock picking?
Yes, I have lock picking.
What's your lock pick score?
I have to check. 11.
Yeah, that'll work. It's a regular good lock. So hold on.
How long does it take to pick a lock?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
Depends
that.
on your skill versus the difficulty of the lock. Using the new thief system, using the old thief system, it's undefined.
Around.
It's
that's why
undefined.
it's-
Yeah.
There's like
That's what
a there's like a place that says like you roll like D something rounds to pick locks.
Yeah,
or
this is
something.
going to be 9d10 rounds for him. So up to
Ooh,
50
crap.
minutes. It's a long time to pick this lock. Because you're just barely better than the difficulty there.
Okay.
9d10. So
So
you guys are going to set to picking the lock. It'll probably take him about 50 minutes to get to. That's the average of 9d10.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that cloak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll hand it to you. Let's see.
You're going to put on the cloak?
And I'll warn him.
No,
on
I'm
it.
going to take all my shit off. And
Yeah.
then put on the cloak.
Okay. You put on the cloak and button it shut, and you vanish from sight.
And then I start
Is
picking
it
the lock.
like a child with a big blanket?
We just see a.
By the way, guys, the silence is going to end if it takes this
yeah.
long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Like, unless there are windows outside, I doubt. And I doubt they would open if there were.
Let's
Then I'd
hope
be able to
they
get in.
It'd just be doing the same thing outside. It wouldn't really. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll pick this lock while being invisible, which isn't as hard as you may think it would be because it's all like based on feel and shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sure.
So how long does it take?
It's going to take you the better part of an hour. So
That's
while
fine.
you're doing that, what does everyone else want to do?
I will. That's a pretty long time, actually. If we stand around in here like that long, we're apt to be noticed for sure.
Yeah, I feel like we should just come back after an hour.
Just leave
I
the
mean,
kobold here for an
nobody
hour by
has
himself?
come-
I'll ask.
Nobody
I'll
has
ask
come into the main room yet, right?
Nope.
nobody has what?
There are no priests in the main room.
But we can hear them. We can hear them walking around in other
Yeah, but-
areas.
If you try, you might be able to. We haven't rolled anything to see if you hear anything.
Yeah.
That was a
Oh, okay. I thought you said. Okay.
no. It was a general statement of possibility.
I get it. Yeah.
There might be priests awake, but it's the middle of the night.
True. Well, I guess I guess I'll just stand near the Jexel thing, and if no one's around, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, Calamitous also just hangs about.
I just hang next to the John statue on this diagram here, eating pie in front of it.
We are looking like a weird group of quest givers right now, sitting next to respective statues of the gods.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Time.
I'm a cleric of Jexel anyway, so I'm just praying
Yeah.
at the statue.
Time passes, and eventually Shag picks the lock, and you guys can all creep on in and take a look, finding
they try
all
and creep on in
sorts
on
of stuff.
he
in there.
goes alone. He's invisible. We are not.
Okay. You head on in by yourself, Shag. There's all sorts of clerical stuff, mostly tools and supplies, but a few personal effects and items. There's nothing here but a black box with red hinges, though. Nothing at all.
What sort of lock is it? Like when I'm on the inside, I actually can tell what sort of lock it is. Is it like one of those fancy like knob locks that actually locks the thing from twisting, or is it a deadbolt?
It was I don't know enough about medieval locking mechanisms. How important is this answer?
That tells me whether I can lock the door before I shut it, or if I have to like manually lock it myself.
Yes, it is something that you would need to manually relock. So it would probably take you a better part of an hour to relock it from the outside.
I feel like it'd be quicker since I already have experience with that lock and I know what I'm doing.
Could look for a key.
Could look for a key on the inside, but I doubt they'd keep a key on the inside. Unless
Maybe,
it's
huh?
like you have to. Unless
Could
you
be
could
multiple
actually lock
keys.
yourself.
I don't know.
It could be, but I'd probably have to pick it off someone. Yeah, sure. I'll check like the interior, like just in case they have like in case you lock yourself in, sort of key.
No, there is no in case you lock yourself in sort of key.
Right. I figured I might as well check.
It can't hurt to check.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I look around. I don't see anything. If they've got like a case full of copper, like if it's not a shut box, I don't actually open anything up. I'm just trying to look for the black box. If they have like
no black box anywhere to be found.
Open coffer of coins.
There is no open coffer of coins either.
No, I see.
All
I
the little pieces.
I was gonna put an extra copper in to fuck with their
finances for their bookkeeping.
Yeah, they've got one too many.
Like,
they have too much money.
Got one
almost as bad as not having enough.
But wouldn't it fuck with them more if you take one away, because giving them one more would be
I agree, but I'm trying to not steal excess from a temple.
Yeah, gods might get angry about that.
If it would be like a coffer full of copper pieces, you take 100 copper pieces off and place a gold coin in.
No, I would place one copper in there just to fuck with them, because they probably have a ton of copper, and that means they'd be like, no, that can't be right, and have to count it again. Anyway, so I don't see them.
I was gonna say, unless you guys want to kind of take more risks in this temple, we might have to do this the hard way of just like kidnapping the guy and casting mind reading magic on him.
Yeah, I have one more idea, and I'm gonna go sneak towards the acolyte quarters. I'm gonna first listen to see if there's anybody back there, like immediately on the other side of the door. Do you want a perception check?
I would like it. Well,
or
to
an
see.
eavesdrop.
Hold on. So which door are you looking at again?
The one to the acolyte quarters, because I'm assuming that's like a sort of dorm style.
Yeah, it's definitely a dorm style thingy. So you can give me an eavesdrop, Mr. Rogue, to listen through the door. Yeah, it's quiet. It's very quiet in there.
Perfect. And I'm assuming this one isn't locked.
Correct. People come and go all hours of the night, so why lock it?
Yeah, all right. I'm going to slowly open it and sneak in. And then see if there is a room that has specifically Patrick's name on it.
No, Patrick has a house with a wife, so he doesn't stay here in here.
Anytime he's in the doghouse, it's potential.
Dude, he's always in the doghouse. She's always in. They're always in the doghouse with each other. The sad thing.
Yeah. All right.
So no treasure in Patty's house. No treasure in the acolyte storage area. It seems like you're sort of running out of options here. Where could this box be? And how are you going to find it?
We should go. Do you have another spelled silencers?
No, I probably need to sleep.
We should go to him tomorrow night.
Do you know why he's always at the docks? Does he have another job?
We could find out. Maybe get some blackmail going.
Yeah, because if he does some shady jobs, he probably has some shady workspaces or something that he goes down to a lot. So I guess maybe we could just follow him around a little bit to see what his daily routine is. If we don't want to do the kidnapping route or whatever.
Well, we saw why he was there with this woman.
He was there, but I feel like that was a date night, but I feel like he's generally there all the time or something that somebody else has said. He's there frequently. So I don't think this was a one-time thing of him going on a date night to the docks.
We should check tomorrow. Then.
And if all else fails, I can do mind reading.
Wait, you can do minor illusion, you said?
No,
Mind reading.
Mind reading.
Mind reading.
Okay, I've got an idea then. I picked up a spell from the late elf man, freaking Guathier.
Right.
All right,
Okay.
so what I could do is when he is, and I say this like after I've taken off the cloak and I'm like starting to put all my gear back on.
Right.
Did I lose my fur, Neal? God, I hope not.
Yes, you are now a hairless dog.
Oh my god.
It will take weeks for it to regrow.
I'm cold and I'm upset.
Wait,
And-
I have to ask. Does the
Like,
cloak remove everything that is under the cloak and it just his head? It has no fur.
He's just he's a hairless dog.
Oh, okay. That would have been even worse.
Yep. Just
Now you're
freaking kobold jump just
Shivering and
hanging out in the wind. Great. I grab my cloak, wrap it around me, put my shirt on.
Okay.
Now you can't go Donald Duck anymore.
Yeah, I might. I'm just so used to it.
Are we so cold now?
All right.
Now you could pretend that
What was
you're a
the
follower
phrase they
of-
used in Deadpool? Cock shirting it. There we go.
There you go.
Shirt cocking.
Oh yeah, shirt
That
cocking.
is the
thank you.
term. Yes.
Now you could pretend that you're a follower of cheese and that you that you waxed yourself
No.
for beauty.
Cool. So do we want to take a sleep or something and then wait for the guy to wake up and follow him and mind read him or whatever?
What was your
Yeah.
idea?
So here, what we can do is we can get the mind reading going, and I can use ventriloquism when he's like at a bar or something to make him think that someone's onto him. And we use mind reading on him at that point, and he's thinking of where it's at and how he gets to it.
Good idea.
You
And
would use what?
spells, we'd use magic.
What kind?
Ventriloquism makes it sound like my voice is coming from somewhere else.
We would have to move pretty quickly at that point, though, right? I guess do that and then immediately go.
Yeah, sure.
I can be invisible, and then I can have multiple mind reads in case I need more time.
Yeah.
And it lasts 3 minutes, so it should be fine. But
If
Yeah,
we,
unfortunately, I only have 5 minutes.
okay.
if we use ventriloquism and just say to him when he's alone, we have the box, he's going to immediately go to where it is and check it.
Yeah. We're partly trying to get him to think about where it is too,
Yeah.
because then we might be able to head him off that way.
Right. So you could use mind read ventriloquism to make him think, oh shit, I got to go to where the box is. Then you know where it is, but he'll also that's right to it.
You said
Sure.
he
You just
wasn't.
have to be invisible so you can actually follow him.
You said he wasn't in the church today, but he might be there tomorrow.
We'll see. I guess the plan now is to rest.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. We just gotta, we were basically tipping him off here, right? So we have to can't let him get away or anything.
So we get our sleep.
Okay, everyone goes to sleep. You all wake up the next morning in this shitty, crappy town of Darcis, and we're gonna take our last break. And when we come back, we will solve the problems. See you guys on the other side.